Hey everybody, welcome in. It's the week 6 recap of the Steak Dinner Bowl. Let's go. We got some pretty close matchups this week, and we got three what I'm calling Monday night sweats. Games that are coming down to Monday night football, and people sweating it out. Just like our guy Vince Wilfork. But first, let's get to a word from our sponsor.
When the clink hammers dropped by unexpectedly, it was beef and pasta primavera. For the first ever straight A report card, it was stir-fried beef fajitas. And for the upset victory in the bowling league tourney, it was bistro steak subs. Of course, it's not that you need a special occasion to appreciate dinners like these. All you really need is half an hour, and your average Wednesday will do just fine. Beef, it's what's for dinner.
Like to give a big shout out to Beef. Thanks for making this league possible. And now let's get into the league news. The only league news we have this week is there's still a couple of people who haven't paid up their dues. So if we could get on that. And with that, let's get into the matchups. Alright, this week the first matchup we got is me and Anne Marie. Was lucky to skate by, not putting up a ton of points. Fourth highest in the league this week. But Mahomes just carrying it through. She played Brady, who attended Bob Kraft's wedding over the weekend, Friday night. So he looked a little hungover on Sunday. Wasn't all there for the game. The next matchup we had was Mark, who's 1-5, versus Jen, who's 5-1, and Jen just squeaked it out by 2.5 points or so, and that was the closest, toughest loss of the week for Mark. Mark needed Melvin Gordon to get about 2 negative points on Monday night. He barely even played. He only had 8 rushing yards, but didn't work out for him. Mark also had Zeke Elliott on his bench, who scored 15 points. Why he sat Zeke, we'll never know. If he had played him over either one of his running backs, he would have won the week. And we can see how close this matchup really was right here. The next matchup we had was Zach and Corey. Zach rolling off another win. Corey needed 90.7 points on Monday night. It was another Monday night sweat. He did have a lot of Broncos player. He had Wilson, Mr. Unlimited, with Sutton and Judy, and the kicker McManus. And Denver just does not look good. So having that many players on Denver's not looking great. But Zach had the highest weekly score. He also had the highest scoring player of the week with Matt Ryan, who scored 59. But he was on Zach's bench. But he also had Joe Burrow, which is his second highest score of the week with 58.5. Good week by Zach to get to 3-3. The next matchup we had was Mike, who's 3-3, versus Omar, who's 4-2 now. This was another Monday night sweat. Mike was running heavy with the Los Angeles Chargers. He's got Herbert, Williams, Eckler. Mike needed about 71 points to take that win, but it wasn't enough on Monday night. Our last matchup was Ryan, who's now 3-3, versus Carlos, who's now 2-4, slipping all the way down to 9th. And Ryan with the stellar comeback after being 0-3, I think, to start the season. So, yeah, Josh Allen's really carrying his team. He had 50 this week. And with that, let's take a look at the current standings. We got I'm in first at 5-1. Jen's in second at 5-1. Omar's 4-2 in third. We got 3 people at 3-3. Ryan, Zach, and Mike. We got 3 people at 2-4. Corey, Anne Marie, and Carlos. And we got Mark on the bottom at 1-5, who probably should be 3-3 if he had played his optimal teams. Alright, now let's take a quick peek ahead to week 7. We got me versus Corey. I'm 5-1, he's 2-4. We got Mark at 1-5 versus Carlos at 2-4. Another classic Omax battle. We got Mike, who's 3-3, and the Baconator, who's also 3-3. Nice 5-6 matchup there. We got Jen, who's 5-1, versus Omar, who's 4-2, who's in second and third battle. And last we got Ryan and Anne Marie. Ryan's 3-3, Anne Marie's 2-4. And lastly, let's take a look at the league pick'em. And looks like I'm still in first because I'm the only one playing. So just want to thank Mike for that $10 donation. And good luck to everybody next week, week 7.